Have you seen EGOutreach or explosive growth on the internet lately? Have you even perhaps gone to srgservice.com/books and looked at explosive growth? Not convinced yet? Not sold on trying growth? Would you like a better reason to buy and then read explosive growth? If so, this video is for you. This video will explain the dynamics of explosive growth. According to an article on the Huffington Post, yesterday Senator Jon Kyl insisted that Congress should extend the Bush tax cuts for the wealthiest Americans regardless of their impact on the deficit, even as he and other Republicans are blocking unemployment insurance extensions over deficit concerns. Modern society steps on the individual citizen and promotes the large corporations, the banks, Wall Street, Washington politicians, etc. Senator Kyl doesn't care about you, me, or Joe the Plumber. Senator Kyl is a believer in the global vision, the global marketplace, and in the global paradigm, no one cares what happens to the individual because nothing individual even exists in the global paradigm. All for one and one for all. You, me, Joe, we're the all, and the one is the global vision. Except the global vision isn't for us, unless we buy into it, rescind our individuality, and become like unto profiles in the computer. From the Huffington Post article, Press Secretary Robert Gibbs wrote on Twitter, Kyl says wealthy need big Bush tax cuts while middle-class families are on their own to fend for themselves as a result of Bush economy. To further emphasize this point, Sam Stein of the Huffington Post boiled it down into the following statement. It's quite a message to Americans. Republicans believe $30 billion for unemployment benefits don't even deserve a vote because the money would be added to the deficit. But Republicans also believe that adding the cost of $678 billion in tax cuts for the wealthy to the deficit is just fine. Middle-class Americans are, essentially, slaves to modern society, the whip being cracked across their collective backs the moment they ask for any small boon. The individual citizen is worthless in today's society. Individual progress is not encouraged. In fact, it is frowned upon. All that matters in modern society's definition of growth and progress is that the big corporations stay afloat, retaining their million-dollar salaries while middle-class Americans struggle to find $4 for a gallon of milk so their kids can have cereal for breakfast. Harry Hardluck and Sally Sobstory are things of the past, creations of an era present before President John F. Kennedy signaled a shift in the global vision, serving notice, if you will, of the end of the individual in America. Kennedy, you ask? How does Kennedy connect to explosive growth? Well, here's how. Everyone has heard John F. Kennedy's famous quote, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but rather ask what you can do for your country." Oft used to stir patriotism, view this quote in the light of modern society's lack of respect and acknowledgement to the individual. Here is an amplified translation for you of Kennedy's famous quote. Ask not what America, its large corporations, banks, Wall Street, Congress, the Supreme Court, the executive branch, can do for the individual, Tom, Jane, Mr. Smith, your neighbor, you, but rather ask what the individual, Tom, Jane, Mr. Smith, your neighbor, you, can do for America, its large corporations, banks, Wall Street, Congress, the Supreme Court, the executive branch. Small wonder the individual cannot find a job. Small wonder there is no bailout being offered to the individual. Small wonder unborn babies are refused life. Small wonder there is no tax relief for the single mother working as the night waitress at Waffle House living on welfare and food stamps. Small wonder companies downsize and declare increasing profit. Small wonder the individual is dead. Modern society has no room for you. Again, how does this relate to the book Explosive Growth? Explosive Growth teaches a new way. Explosive growth promotes true growth, personal growth, progress, imagination, innovation, creativity. Explosive growth provides the individual, Tom, Jane, Mr. Smith, your neighbor, you, with the tools to achieve actual, real growth, not the modern global society's simulated growth. Explosive growth is designed for the individual, Tom, Jane, Mr. Smith, your neighbor, you, to be allowed free range to grow and make a new society, a new America, a new world, a new global vision, a world by, of, and for the individual, Tom, Jane, Mr. Smith, your neighbor, and you. Read Explosive Growth today and grow the future. You and your time are valuable to us here at SRG Publications and Explosive Growth Outreach. We appreciate very much that you've watched our video today. Please, if you have any questions or comments, or simply want to learn more about explosive growth, don't hesitate to contact any of us here at SRG Publications. We are here to help you grow. Please have a wonderful day.